if you met him in the wild.
Okay.
Don't stare at him with your big little eyes.
Why is that?
Because no matter how you look at it, it's not as big as him. Haha, this one has a pair long. Gazillions little cutie with big eyes. It's called flying squirrel. Although this little thing looks like a ghost, but you don't have to envy them, because they're going to die soon. At this moment, the temperature in the forest has reached -30 degrees. The squirrel weighs only over 100 grams. They don't have enough fat to survive the winter. So, all winter long, they all have to go out in search of food. One of the little flying squirrels is starving. So, he decided to go out and make himself a whole late supper. As the saying goes, the spring silkworm is dead. Supper is my life. Mr. Lee is interested in owning Gazillion for the little flying mouse with big eyes. Forest at night. He can drink as clearly as during the day. The little flying mouse's cousin, the sand turtle, expressed doubts about this. What about during the day? Although the little flying squirrel did not answer this question directly, he didn't realize it. And I found a mushroom. But a mushroom is only for calorie. For a rat to have a late supper. Not enough. At least he needs to steam the lamb, steamed bear paw, steamed deer tail, roast duck, roast chicken, braised goose, braised pork, shredded chicken, braised duck, bacon, and soy sauce, sausage shit. At least he needs 20 calorie. That's for mushrooms. He can make it through the night. Of course, for a rat-eating supper. The advantages of just eating mushrooms are too monotonous. In order to find it in the vast forest, more food, he chose to activate another skill of his own. Takeoff. Rat, as its name suggests, although taxiing is not really flying, but for a foodie. That's true, it's Providence, their furthest gliding distance. It's as big as a football field, just before landing. The tail also acts as a brake for them. They're flying too fast for accidents. Sliding not only helps them save energy, it also allows them to quickly find food in the jungle. After eating and drinking, the little flying squirrel is stupid with my whole mind on finding supper. As a result, he has forgotten his way home. It was over, so he could only sending out an ultrasonic distress signal. Wrong call. One more time. That's not a sound a predator would accept. Only his kind can hear. If you just heard his voice, that only means. Soon the same kind in the forest responded. They huddle quickly to keep warm. Return to the nest before it freezes. But there are more than 20 nests in the forest, especially at high speeds. They have a hard time tracking the whereabouts of each member. In order to cope with this scene, now it's time to show the corgi. If you happen to have an ultraviolet lens, you can see a magical scene in their body. Flying squirrels self-luminous. This is another one of their hidden skills. By absorbing a color of moonlight, to emit another color of light, so they can be light. Loose to see the movements of each of its kind. Then one by one, he followed his classmates back to safety in a warm nest. As the so-called bright moonlight in front of the bed. Non-digital luminescence. The days of black technology. So relaxed and comfortable.